An open letter to Indian change seekers. If you want change, be inclusive. Dear change seekers, you have worked hard to make India a safer place. In 2012-13, the Delhi gang rape dominated headlines and received worldwide attention mainly due to your efforts. However, be mindful of certain worrisome negative aspects of this outrage. You may create a lot of noise, but not the desired change. It is important to understand India first. India, no matter what your civic teacher told you, is not an equal country. India is divided into 4 classes with different levels of power. For simplicity, let us call these classes the 1s, the 2s, the 3s, and the 4s. They deliberately avoiding upper lower classification. The 1s are the political masters. They control India primarily through control over land, resources, laws that govern us. They don't directly own assets but control the asset owners, the 2s. The 2s are the industrialists and capitals. They help secure and increase the power of the 1s. Business magazines honor them with terms like dynamic represent entrepreneurs of a new liberalized India. While some may deserve such accolades, most don't. The 1s allow the 2s to become rich through limited competition and tightly regulated approvals. Real estate, mining, infrastructure, and almost other sectors. No company in India can thrive without the support of the political class. The next class, the 3s, is of people like you and me. We are people with a certain amount of affluence and education, comprising about 10% of India's population. While life is a struggle for many 3s, they do have a basic standard of living. However, the 3s still do not get speedy justice, accountable leaders, or protective police force. Notably, the 3s have recently acquired a new media power. They are affluent and buy things advertisers want to sell. Hence, the media caters to the 3s. The 3s dominate social media too. The power is real and substantial. The bus gang rape victim was a 3, and the gruesome case made the rest of the 3s feel vulnerable like never before. They wanted the rape to be debated, hence for almost a month little else could be discussed in a country of 1.2 billion people. However, in the process, the 3s might have done some damage, for despite the well-intentioned outcry, they have inadvertently showed that they are about themselves much more than another huge class, the 4s. The 4s make up 90% of the country, people with limited education, abysmal standards of living, and little hope for a better future. They are our farmers, slum dwellers, domestic helpers, and hundreds of millions of Indians without proper health care, education, and infrastructure. They get no debates on TV. People won't protest for them at India Gate. The 3s either shun them or impose their newfound modern values on them. For example, the 4s may see women-men relationships in a regressive way. The 3s exposed to the latest Western beliefs will mock them. If you notice the various debates and opinions on the gang rape case, the 3s only accepted ideas to in line with their own liberal, more modern value system. Nobody could dare say anything about even slightly alternative or stress the Indian reality without being ridiculed. The 3s found a new power but used it like the clues were 1s and 2s for self-serving purposes. For will we ever passionately discuss the issues and lend our media power to issues that affect the 4s? Will we go to India Gate to help slum dwellers get proper drinking water, for instance? As we alienate the 4s, we leave them open to the exploited by the 1s. The ones echo the sentiments of the foes and throw some scraps at them. In return, the foes ignore the one's misdeeds and bring them back to power. Meanwhile, we threes keep screaming and watch our own self-created reality show. This is no way to create a revolution or even change. We have to take the force along. If we want people to change, we should not mock or deride. Instead, listen and understand first and slowly nudge people towards change. Don't just laugh at anyone who says women should cover up and not venture out at night. Suggests that while this old belief may come from a place of practical reality, this cannot be the primary solution. I am not saying these people are not regressive. However, if you want change, be inclusive. India's poor are not a separate species from us. If the politicians didn't protect the twos as so much, we could open the economy further, truly liberalize, and create a lot of opportunity.